Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishnan. Basically, I'm a software delivery head. So basically, today we are going to talk about some one topic that is basically related to communication. How basically communication is um, taking very important role here. Communication means what? Basically, you can say you are communicating to anyone. So this can be in many formats. Basically, you can say many ways, many formats. Means if you're doing any project, so client can be anywhere. Client can be within India. Client can be in some other countries. Client can be anywhere. So basically, it can be to other states also, another city also. So basically, it's not possible to travel to that cities, countries to countries. So basically, there should be one communication channel basically that you have to create. That depends upon the budget of the company, how budget of the company is, and how the budget of the project is. So according to that, basically you can decide the communication management plan. Basically, you can say. So according to the budget, basically you can create. For example, company has created few budget plans. For example, communication budget one, communication budget two, communication budget three. Communication budget one is for the local clients within India, cities to cities. Communication budget two plan is for the states within state. Basically, projects are clients are basically of states to states. And communication three basically budget plan basically says that it's a countries to countries. So basically, for example, in India basically there is one software company. They got some projects in outside India. So basically for that basically they have decided one plan. So like this basically they have setted each and every plans. So whenever basically project come into picture, according to this, basically the project management team, accounts department team of the software, they just need to set this budget. Yeah, this is the communication plan which are going to be used. Basically, the reason we have already setted each and every plans basically. So in this, basically, what communication can be: communication through mail, communication through chat, communication through video recordings, video softwares. So if you want to communicate face to face, then basically video softwares are there, video recording softwares are there. You can communicate through Skypes are there. Many softwares are there basically, and Google is there. There are many software. Flows.com one software is there. That is basically a New York US based company. So they are also basically great and having this type of communication software. Some mail communication is there. You can communicate through mail basically. If you want to pass any documents, then you can pass through documentation. If you don't prefer any mail software, then basically you can use portal. Basically, you can say you can create your own company's portal, and you can give the user, you can create one user ID of the client, and you can tell them that this is your user ID and we are having one portal. In that portal only we are going to do each and every communication basically. So basically, like that, in that portal, basically you have given each and every facility. Like this type of thing, companies also works basically. For example, you have created one software portal. In that portal only, you have to communicate. From that portal only, you have to communicate. You have to there basically chat facilities are there, messenger facilities are there, communication mail facilities are there, then video recording facilities are there. Each and every facility is related to communication that portal contains. So basically you can use that portal. So like this, if the company is very big, then basically they creates their own portal for the clients, and just they give the user ID to the clients that this is your user ID and password. You can use this software basically or portal for communication. So basically, you can give the user manual of that portal, so that basically client can, or you can give one small training to the client that this is the our portal, and you are going to use. If client has any communication portal, then basically you can use that also. That depends upon the company's software company policy, basically which type of policy software companies have, basically if they can use client level client softwares or not, because basically so it's a software company, so basically say, so majorly software company don't prefer the client communication softwares, but it depends upon the client policy. If client want to use the communication plan, that also of the client portal, then basically software company have to agree to the, that basically this all basically depends upon the proposal. Basically when you accepted the proposal, you have sent the proposal, that time basically which type of proposal was prepared by the software company and sent to the client, and whether they accepted or not. If client accepted this, client want to do some changes or not in the proposal, so basically that depends upon the proposal also, basically. So this is basically communication, and in this basically communication few things more you can add, like if you want to do add any messengers, then also you can do. If you prefer that you want to communicate through to going client side only, then basically if the business logic, it's very critical business logic, then basically you prefer to go to the client side. So basically sometime basically few software company goes to the overseas side also, and like this basically they collect the requirement because the requirement is so critical. So like that also basically we do the communication. Sometimes basically software company says that software company basically send their people to the overseas, basically like this because they say that our project is like that, that you we need few resources at our client side also. So like this also communication happens like this. For example, there is one software company, they send their three people to the client side, and few people are there in software side, and they are at client side, and client side they are taking each and every requirements, each and every stuffs they are doing, and communicate with the client at the client side only. And like that basically stuffs also can be used. So like this basically there are many things which can be used in communication side. And this is a little bit about the communication side, that how basically you can communicate with the client, and which type of communication you preferred according to the budget. Basically, mostly, majorly, so nowadays software company prepares the templates only for the client for the communication. For example, if the client's budget is this much, then basically they prefer this template. If this template basically contains each and every software, each and every each and every information, which kind of software, basically which type of utilities you are going to use for the communication. Basically that depends upon the budget of the project. So like this basically also lots of things has happened, and software company basically sets according to the company policy also, each and every communication plans, basically you can say. So basically this is about a little bit about the communication plans, which basically software company prefers, that if you are doing any projects, then which type of communication has to be used. So this is basically Sunil Nair. This video was for related to the communication channel, how basically software company uses the communication. This is about communication of myself, basically how basically I am a software delivery head, basically. So this is basically study of me, how basically I had communication works in the software company, basically. So basically this is Sunil R. Nair signing off now, and next videos basically we are going to see some other templates, other any documents are going to be used, which type of documents basically project companies use. So that of all the things basically we will be going to see. So this is Sunil R. Nair signing off for now.